Hey everybody, Darren Garman here with the Heartland Multifamily Show. And I am excited because this show, we're going to talk about BS. That's right, BS. And the three red flags, the three multifamily BS red flags that you need to be looking out for when it comes to investing in, buying multifamily. I'm excited to cover with you today the three BS red flags. Welcome to the Heartland Multifamily Show, the shorter, more profitable path to multifamily ownership and investing. Now, before we get into those three BS red flags, just a couple of things. You are at the channel, at the place for all things multifamily. Okay, so if you like what you hear, if you like the content, you don't want to miss out on this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, we'd love to have you join our other subscribers. All right, and then secondly, I want to hear your comments. So please leave me a comment below. Would love to hear what you have to say, your feedback regarding this episode, and also would like to respond to you. All right, let's jump into the three BS red flags, because a lot of what holds people up, as I've mentioned in other episodes, are other people. And frankly, you have to be careful out there, because there's a lot of BS you've got to wade through, isn't there? You're not quite sure what to believe. Because in today's world, it's so easy to be fooled. It's so easy to be tricked. It's so easy with video and audio and photoshopping. I mean, all that kind of stuff. It's easy to be fooled in today's world. So let's go over, based on me having well over 30 years of experience in multifamily, those three BS red flags. Red flag number one, it's all too good to be true. Okay, that's red flag number one. It's all too good to be true. Now, what do I mean by that? If there are people that you're paying attention to, that you're thinking of aligning yourself with, and everything you hear from them is great news, huge returns. They're going ahead and they're talking about the last deal that they purchased and how great it was, the next deal and how great that's going to be, etc., etc., etc. If it's all too good to be true, if they have a constant and consistent winning streak that never seems to end, that's got to be a red flag. So red flag number one is simply, it's too good to be true. Many times you will, either online, maybe you're listening to a podcast or you're reading something, you're going to hear or see someone that all they have are just unbelievable success stories. Here's how we bought this property and we made a ton of money. Here's how we bought this property, we made another shit ton of money. Okay. Look, not everybody wins 100% of the time. Hell, Tom Brady, the best quarterback ever to live, loses games, makes mistakes. Are you telling me that you're even better than Tom Brady? Dude, are you telling me you're better than Tom Brady? Think about that. If it's too good to be true, as the old saying goes, it probably is. So what do you do about that? You just do your homework. Do your homework on either a property that is just unbelievable and it's being sold to you and it's being told how great of a winner it's going to be, how great it's going to be, all the way to lining yourself up with somebody. How good are they? If all you hear is how great things are and you never hear any bad news or you never see anything bad or negative, that is a red flag. Okay, red flag number one, too good to be true. Red flag number two, showing you a lot of toys or money or both. Probably the most obvious BS red flag that's out there is listening to or watching somebody, because of all of their success, showing you all of their toys, their $500,000 sports car, their $500,000 utility vehicle. I mean, you name it, they're showing, they're going out of their way, they're filming, they're showing, they're talking about just how unbelievable successful they are and showing you toys. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's talk about a few mega rich people for a second. How often do you see Warren Buffett showing his toys? How often do you see Bill Gates showing his toys? How often do you see actually many billionaires showing off for all the public to see and going on and on about all of their big toys? You don't. So when someone is going out of their way, showing you their big ass house, their big ass utility vehicle, whatever else, their planes, their jets, their helicopters, all of that, that's a red flag that you need to be thinking of. Okay, it kind of fits into the too good to be true category, but we're going to use that as number 2. So let's go to BS red flag number 3 that's kind of related to BS flags number 1 and 2. And it's simply this: they never talk about their losses. They never talk about when things didn't go well. They never talk about, or even when you ask them, have you ever lost any money? Has a deal ever gone bad? Have anything ever gone wrong in multifamily? Has this property always performed perfectly? If I want to invest with you, have you always made money? If the answer to every one of those questions is no, we've never lost money. If the answer is no, this property's done great every single year, ever since it's been constructed, it's been wonderful. That's total bullshit. That's bullshit. Because if you are in this business long enough, you will have had some losses. You will have made some bad decisions. It's human nature, folks. If you're talking with somebody and you're considering maybe investing with them, maybe it's a multifamily purchase, maybe you're going to put a partnership together, maybe they're trying to sell you a multifamily property. If the only answer out of their mouth is the property's never lost any money and they don't really know why you're even asking that question, you need to run as fast as you can. Because either one of two things is going on here. Number one, they're either lying to you or they don't have enough experience to have had any losses, negative impact on their multifamily business. Because by the way, so if you look at me, I've had some losses, okay? I've had some properties that have not worked out and they've been unbelievable headaches, okay? And at the time I thought, oh my God, what am I gonna do? This is terrible. This isn't how it's supposed to go. Okay, this property isn't supposed to be operating this way. This management team's not supposed to be doing things like this. This is not supposed to be happening to me. Well, it happened. And yeah, I lost money. In some cases, I lost a shit ton of money. But here's like the good news of that. Now I know what I know. So I've learned so much from those negative, bad things happening in my multifamily business, the property losers, the situations where the properties didn't work out. I mean, all the way to bad management teams, bad decisions that I made that were all my responsibility. Didn't go well. I've lost. But here's the deal. I've gained a ton from experience. And that, frankly, is the kind of person you want to align yourself with. Someone that has had really great wins, but someone that's had some pretty heartbreaking losses too, and the lessons learned from that. Let's go over those 3 BS multifamily red flags, bullshit multifamily red flags again together. Number 1, too good to be true. Huge high rates of return. Everything is successful day in and day out. They've never had a problem, never had an issue. Too good to be true, red flag goes up. Number 2, a lot of toys. They're talking about their toys, how great the apartment's doing and the toys they've bought using that apartment. Toys in front of you, talking about toys, big houses, big cars, big vehicles, big planes, big helicopters, all of that. If that's consistently put in front of you, that's a red flag. And then red flag number 3 is not having any negative things to tell you about how they've done during their multifamily career and or how well the property has done during the time that they've owned. If you don't get any negative information, if they don't admit to you, yeah, well, I lost money, or yeah, that property lost money like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and they don't tell you why, that, my friend, is a BS red flag. So look, I hope that you've gotten a lot out of my 3 BS red flags. By the way, there's more, but those are the top 3 that I see and that investors like you talk to me about and learn from these 3 BS red flags. And how do you learn? When you see these your red flag goes up. Have a great day.